Okay. So you're recording this session basically. Right. I don't know what you're looking at, so right. What, so you're recording OBS. Right. Um, that's it. That's TechLab we're looking at, and it's OBS. You're recording. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. So, right. So, I've gone back to Thursday. Shall we go from the top? And I'll give me control for a minute. So if I just leave this meeting, so we're recording this, and then so what would happen is when you first come in, it will look like this. OBS will be at the if you don't see OBS there, by the way, on the taskbar at the bottom, if you go across to where the tasks are, it's there. You see what I mean? You see that? So you might need to click. When I click on that, notice. But if you try and click that, it'll say, why do you want to run it twice? So don't click that one. So if you don't see it at the bottom, you need to go across to the tasks, which is the up arrow, click it once, and it will appear. Then click it again, and it comes up. Yeah. But for now, notice we now don't have any zoom in there because I've stopped it. So what I'll do, I'll go back to Sam, and I'll now reshare. I'm going to call in Spectrum on Air. I'm going to invite it, so you'll see what happens. So this is what Mike would be doing. So you will see this. It pops up, and it looks good. And I know if we go to OBS, OBS should also look okay. Because we've not really buggered it. Well, we buggered about a little bit. So let me just fix that. Hang on. So that's what it would look like normally. Now, the problem is that, so I'll just put OBS away for a minute. So the problem is, so with a normal, this is why before it always worked beautifully, because it will always look like that when we come in. But as soon as Mike tries to share anything, that's when it buggers up that screen. So if I go to the share option now, which is what Mike will do, share screen, advanced, share. Right, you can see what's happened on TechLab. Made it go full screen, and it's buggered it up. So OBS won't look right. So without even looking at OBS, we know it's wrong. So all we're going to do is fix it. So if you want to take control, so that you can fix it, and it'll be in your memory. So all you can do is grab that, yeah, exactly that, pull it across. Almost as well as far as it'll go, about there. That's about right. Take it off of full screen, otherwise you won't be able to see OBS. Now, you have to leave Zoom like that, otherwise OBS won't see it. So you must leave Zoom in that position, don't change it. So if you now go to OBS, Now you can see what's happened. It's slightly off because we didn't go far enough across. So if you go back to zoom, you see what I mean? You've got on the left-hand edge, you've got the microphone there. So if you go back to zoom, don't bugger about with that because you'll upset it the next time. So just, I'll just take control for a second. Now I just want to pull back. Yeah, and then go. Whoa, hang on. Whoa. You've pulled up the tasks view. If you just click in the blue space with the left mouse on the click on the desktop, just left click it somewhere. That's it. Just put just put OBS away. Just hit the line at the top right. So just put it down in the taskbar. Just click it again. That's it. Resize the Zoom meeting screen so you make that smaller, the microphone bit smaller. So go to where you get the line, that's it, grab it and pull it across further. Is that as far as it'll go? All right, pull it back a bit to the right. A bit more. All right, let's try that. Go back to OBS. You need to make OBS full size. So hit the. That's it. Right. So I think I'm not quite sure what's happened, but when I set this up, I must have set it up with the microphone in a certain place, and we've sort of lost it. So what we need to do is go back to Zoom and set it up so it's as small as it can possibly be. That way you know exactly where to take it. So if you go back to Zoom, so just pop OBS away. Not that, because that will kill it. That's it, that one. And now just go to the line in between the pictures. That's it. And make that as small as it can be. Go right as far as you can go. Is that as far as you can go? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's leave it like that. Let's go back to OBS, and we'll fix OBS to. That's it. Right. So what you can now do, we'll do that little trick I showed you. So if you hold the Alt key down, the ALT key, as you use the left mouse to click on the red button. Now, go not that one, but the one. That one might do, but yeah, I would leave that. Go to the one on the middle of the left, middle left, down. Not that one, down. Middle left. No, on the left hand, the vertical left, middle. You're on the bottom. That one, and pull it in. No, you haven't got the Alt key down. You've got to be on the red square. Yeah, but you've got to be on the red square. So take the mouse button off. There. Alt key down, red square, then pull it. That's it. About a bit too far. Well, it's up to you where you want to put it, but just so we don't see the microphone. And now you can make it slightly bigger by not holding the Alt key down and taking a corner. So you can fiddle about with it to make it the right size. You've got the technique. So the key thing is you've got to hit the red square with the Alt key down. Otherwise, it won't work. It's got to be the red square you hit. So you can see how you can fiddle about with it and get it to exactly the right size you want. Yeah. Now, bear in mind what you're doing there. That's not the Zoom one. You've now clicked. The problem with this, you see that square you've got, it's not Zoom. That's the one that's sitting underneath. There's something underneath Zoom, and you've grabbed that by mistake. So if you just come out, move your mouse and click on the Zoom window there. Notice now the frame has gone to the Zoom size. If there are invisible windows hidden, and sometimes it can click on them by mistake, so just be wary of that. That if it doesn't look the right size frame, you've clicked the wrong thing. Like now, there you see, you've clicked. That's not Zoom. That's something sitting underneath Zoom that it's focused on. And this is no, because it's hidden under Zoom. If it just let me take control for a second. If I move the Zoom window out the way, you'll see what you just did. It's that. It's Harry and Edna you moved, but you couldn't see it. So I'll just reposition that. I'll reposition this. I'll put this back because this is Thursday's standard one. I'm going to move you back to your one. Let me just figure this out. Hang on, give me a second. Because I'm going to move you back to your one so you can play about with that. But yeah, you carry on. I'll just figure this out. Right. So I've put the Thursday one back to what it was. I'm going to now click on General Radio Saturday Grumpy's 2. So this is your one. So let's just put it live. So oops, hang on. Grumpy's 2. So that one you can play about to your heart's content. So if you want to get rid of Harry and Edna, you can click on that and just hit the delete key and it will get rid of it. Make it as big as you want, small as you want. Might be worth doing that when you've got 4 people on. So you get the right size Zoom, if you see what I mean. Oh, I see what you mean for 2 people, 3 people. Yeah, you could do that. Could do that. Yeah. That would work. Yes, you can. Yeah. Uh, whoops. Oh, sorry, I've just been logged out. Hang on. I'm on a free version of AnyDesk, and it only gives me about an hour, and then it chops me. So it's killed me now, so I can't come back in. But yeah, yeah. But you get the idea. Yeah, exactly. And as you've seen, the thing that's caused you the grief this week has been the Zoom window, and you can see how pretty straightforward that is to fix. All you're doing is logging onto TechLab, uh, fixing the Zoom window, and you're not even touching OBS, just fixing Zoom. And once you fix Zoom, quickly check OBS to make sure it looks okay. And if it's not, you can now fix it, hit transition, and it puts the cut. So it's as I say, none of this is difficult. It's just knowing what to do is the thing. Exactly. But once you've done this a couple of times, No, but once you've done it a couple of times, you'll think it's a piece of piss. This. It's just a question of playing with it. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. Give it a go. Give it a go. If you get stuck, yeah, have a play. I mean, with Mike's breakfast, you're on Mike's breakfast show. So, are you there? I guess you're there tomorrow. Yeah. So, yeah. Right. Well, right. No, OBS was still there. Well, I've managed to get back in. So what I can show you now. So we've now looked at the visual. The other thing we were talking about was the sound, redirecting the sound. Now, I'll just point you at that. The sound is always the same, no matter what scene you're on. It's always the same. So if we're looking at General Radio Saturday Grumpies 2 at the minute, and if you look at the audio mixer in the bottom middle, you can see that Sam is firing away. That means, and it's green, it's going out live. If we were streaming, it would be going out, but we're not streaming because I've turned it off. Now, if you notice, there's a thing. So there's the Sam music feed. So what that is controlled by Mike. So when he's got Sam music playing, it's going out. When he turns on the Zoom microphones, it's going out. So that's what Mike controls. Now, what you can control is what goes out on Mixcloud. And that's what these two things here do. So if you turn on the Zoom channel's turned off. If you turn it on, and if you notice, when I speak, it's bouncing up and down. That's because that is now sending out, if we were streaming live, just us talking. You've turned Sam off, so there's no music going out. It's just me and you talking. Or if it was Mike talking. So that basically is all you do when you want to talk over Sam without Sam being on. You turn Sam off. And then it's just going out live is just the Zoom channel, just what we're talking, how we talk now. Well, I've got two, and all right. Yeah, that should just about be enough. I'd have thought. Um, so yeah, so really, if we were going out live now, people would be um, listening to us talk, and they wouldn't be hearing the music because you've turned Sam off. Oh, yeah. Remember, we're not streaming. Yeah, all right, but we can turn streaming on so you can look at it if you like. All right, all right, yeah, right, okay. But you can see with the audio side of it is dead simple, because if you want to listen to Sam or what people are hearing on the radio, you have Sam turned on and Zoom turned off. And if you want to not listen to what the radio is doing, but what you lot are doing on Zoom, you turn Zoom on and Sam off. Don't have them both on together, because there'll be a massive echo because they're slightly out of step. So your voices would echo. But as you can see, it's obvious if they're both on, because they're both green and bouncing. If they're both green, it's wrong. It's one or the other. And that's it. And what? Nothing, because we're not streaming. Yeah, but right, okay. So again, you get the idea. I'll put some music feed back on, because I'm gonna bring the streaming back on in a minute. So now, if we were streaming, in fact, have you got Mixcloud on a separate device? Because we can demonstrate it then. I don't want to put Mixcloud on your laptop or mine, because we're going to get the sound repeating back on ourselves. Have you got any sound coming out? But you haven't got sound coming out of it. As soon as we go, let's just put the streaming on. I'll do start streaming, and people are going to see us, but I don't care about that. So we're connecting. So if I go and check, I can probably, let's go. Are we live? So, right, hang on then. There. So, right, I can hear, if I do that, you can hear Ari and Edna. All right, there, look, that's Harry and Edna's. I'll put it on the Zoom. Right, now what we'll do, let's turn, I'll turn Harry off. Have you got the sound on? Yeah, put it on Mixcloud if you can. So you can hear Harry and Edna. No, not full, but you can hear it. Right, I'm now going to turn it off. It should have gone off. It'll go off in about 10 seconds. Right, it's gone off now. And I'll now put the Zoom channel on. This is an engineering test from Spectrum on Air. Engineering test going through Mixcloud through OBS. This is an engineering test from Spectrum on Air. Engineering test going through Mixcloud through OBS. So you see what happened? You just take our Zoom and put it straight out live. But you turned off Sam, or I turned off Sam. And now Sam's back again. So that's how you do it. Yeah.
I'm here with Catherine Hewson, who's going to talk to us about what life was like in Berlin back in was it the 1970s that you were in Berlin?
I've got to put the rubbish out.
Sector, French sector, and the British sector, and we lived.
Anyway, yeah. That's easy. Yeah. Okay.